Oh my god, Kobe.
Yes, Barry.
The dancing ninja grows stronger. What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
And this is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. Theme music. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the second movie of Ninja Month.
Right, and even though we said the name in our opening quote, you probably don't know this movie.
Oh, you definitely won't know this movie. If not for some themes in this movie, I think it would have been a really decent Disney movie.
Yes, I felt that. And the star is in High School Musical 1 and 2.
Oh, was he the one that was paired up with the other blonde girl?
I think so.
Ashley Tisdale. There you go. Oh, that's why he looked so familiar. I guess he was really trying to break out of his Disney shell. Yeah, it didn't look like it panned out.
Right, yes, because it does this, yeah, like you said, minus a few themes. This definitely could have been like a Disney or a Nickelodeon special or something.
Oh, how would you have felt if they had went full, like, mature rating? Like, this guy is just lopping off, like, Jaws, like The Grudge. With his sweet dance moves.
Okay, you said that, and I'm thinking about the throat rippings from MacGruber.
Oh, see, that'd be even better. MacGruber! Oh, man. This movie is man, it's littered with a lot of things that you can't have in a movie nowadays.
Yes, this totally feels like it was written in, like, the 80s.
Yeah. So I just want to explain to you where I'm coming from because this movie wasn't like that good for me. So before we started this, I told Kobe my opinion on this movie. But at the beginning of the movie, you have a Korean girl in kung fu getup using using a katana, which should be a sword, like a short straight sword, and it's almost like it's like the Wondu monk sword style or something. I had to look this up because I was like, I need to look up this style. You know, in Chinatown, which I think is pretty much based in Korea, and then she's called a ninja.
Yes. That was my one problem with this movie, is at no point did they actually put on the ninja outfit, like with the mask. That's my only problem with the movie.
Yeah, I feel like this movie was just some white guy's wet dream about Asian stuff.
Yes, that's probably not too far off. I guarantee this was a white writer.
Oh yeah, I think his name was like Mitchell something. Mitchell Klabanoff. Yeah, this movie is yeah, he kind of looks like Seth Rogen too.
He does a little, yes.
Oh, from far away. From like if you look at his Google photo and then you don't zoom in, it's like, oh man, he also wrote Beverly Hills Ninja?
I got a lot of like similarities between this and that.
But Beverly Hills Ninja is so good. It's so goofy, but it's like in the way that you accept it, because it's like, oh, it's just so goofy. And
so, like, I felt like the difference, without even going into this at all, like the movie, I felt like the difference between this and that is that was like, let's write a ninja movie and then we will make the main star funny.
Oh.
And this movie was kind of more like they were trying to do like a full parody and like make it all funny, like make everybody funny, but then unfortunately most the people weren't funny enough.
Yeah, I think you gotta pick and choose your spots, right?
Yeah.
Because we have like some pretty decent actors in here. We have Bree Turner, who had a big stint in Grimm, the fairy tale show.
Yes.
On NBC, I believe. We have Judy Kang, who is now a public diplomat for USC, but she was a pretty decent actress in Korea.
Right. And like we were joking, this is like kind of like her US breakout film that unfortunately didn't
I don't know if she wants to count it as that.
Quite pan out.
I don't know if she wants to count it as that, though. We have Eric Sang, who's just like one of these long-standing Chinese actors.
Yep.
He's been working since the 70s.
Yeah.
In a lot of, like, just a whole bunch of films, you know. Yeah, so we have a decent enough cast. And then we also have Lucas Gabriel, who is, what's it called? What's it called? The High School Musical.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm not expecting a lot, but I was like, well, at least he has some experience. And then, of course, we have the Hoff.
David Hasselhoff.
Or the Hasselhoff, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, you know, he's almost at this point sort of like that Steven Seagal meme, like, godliness.
Yes. Yeah, he is definitely one of, like almost a William Shatner-esque kind of, he disappeared for a decade.
Baywatch, I think.
A decade,
Yeah.
and then just kind of reinvented himself by making fun of himself.
Which is great, you know, because, man, David Hasselhoff in here is probably one of the only comedic notes that really hit. Just because he knows, he's like comfortable in his own skin.
Yeah, yeah.
And he knows what they're expecting of him, and he really plays it up. So that's fine. The Hoffman, the Hasselhoff, you know?
Saving another, movie or series.
Yeah, making another movie bearable. That's I don't mean to trash this movie out the gate. It has its moments, but I saw where they're going, and then I was just like, oh, this could have been so much better. Like, with not even, like, doing the budget or anything, just...
It fumbled through a lot of spots. Like, not that I don't like the main character, but he was almost... I was going to say too silly, but, like...
Yeah.
Like, where you have... Chris Farley is overly silly in the part of Beverly Hills Ninja, and it works. I felt like if you had like a
fat dude,
like a 90s Jim Carrey playing that part, maybe that would have he could have brought that up to the next level.
Yeah, like it's like he didn't fully commit.
Yeah,
like if you're gonna do the slapstick type of comedy, you really gotta fully commit to that.
Right. Yes.
And this one, he kind of like he halfway did it.
Right. Like you could have. I feel almost like if you would have put him in as like a Wayne's brother.
Oh yeah.
Could have really.
Oh, like what's it called? The son, right?
Yeah.
Damian Wayans Jr.
Yep.
I think that would have been really fun.
He could have definitely. I felt like pulled that up to that next level because that was really, to me, that was the script wasn't too bad. I mean, it's goofy, but there's like some parts of it that they should have played up a little more.
Mm-hmm.
Where I felt like a Wayne's brother would have
been
Wayne's able to.
Yeah. A Wayne's would have killed it.
Yeah,
I think.
And I feel like a Wayne's versus a Hasselhoff would have been like an iconic good evil battle.
Yeah, but it had to be Damian Wayans Jr. because he's like younger. You know, it can't be like Marlon. He's a little bit too old. I mean, he still looks good for his age. Don't get me wrong.
And this was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Some maybe I don't know.
Maybe.
But that was kind of what I was thinking. Is
yeah. But like, let's do a quick run through of the movie. So we open up, quote, somewhere in Asia, which I'm pretty sure is Korean because there's a lot of Korean streets that I see.
Right.
Yeah, the taxi has a Korean license plate. So they could have just been like somewhere in Korea, right? We have Eric Sang walking on the port side and he sees a treasure chest and there's a white baby in it. and he has this birthmark. So he's like, oh, what? I don't think we see the birthmark until later, right?
Right. Yeah.
But he raises him to he's like around 16. So we have Iki, played by Lucas Grabeel, is a 16-year-old teenager, and he just doesn't know who he is. Eric Sang is running this really questionable fish stand, while his mom is running a sexual instructional video store. And he delivers sandwiches for the shop, and then he actually
that was one great line though, where he was like, how come our fish store isn't as successful as all the other markets around here? And he's like, bad positioning. And they're like in the perfect corner of like the middle of like
the Chinatown or whatever. Yeah, so like, see, that was like a good moment. I was like, okay, that kind of set my bar up for like, this is going to be Kung Pao level of goofiness.
Yes.
And then,
right.
And then that joke was pretty low bar, but it was high enough to let me down. But so really a quick review thing is Iki is growing up in Korea. He sees a ninja demonstration or a martial arts demonstration, and he wants to try out for the dojo.
Right.
But unfortunately, he's not good enough. So as he's walking around, looking all sullen, he sees a DDR machine, which in this show is called Dance Dance Dance.
Yeah.
And for 2 years, he's continually trying, but he's also dancing to this game.
Right. And when he first finds it, it talks to him, but it's not plugged in.
Is it not plugged in?
It's not plugged in.
Wait, so like this whole time, for the 2 years, he's just dancing on the street?
No, he plugs it in. Like when the little girl pops up and it's like...
Oh, okay.
Says something in a language that's not subtitled, so I don't know what they say. And then he like walks over to the machine and he picks up the plug and he plugs it in and then puts a coin in. And
so he slowly becomes what the legend has said is a dancing ninja.
Yes.
Right. But he's continually trying to convince Sabu, who is the master of the dojo, that he is the dancing ninja. While we have another subplot with David Hasselhoff, who is this washed up 90s martial arts actor.
Yep.
Who is trying to grab the scrolls from Sabu, so in order to be able to learn or to control his chi, where he could use his magical hit powers.
Right, and they don't ever explain it, but apparently the Sabu has this big ring machine that helps you
become more ninja.
Yeah, let you hone your chi. They don't really explain it, but that's basically the Hoff needs to steal the plans for that so he can mass produce it and then have basically ninja schools in America, and then
what's it called, McKarates.
Yes, and then he could be the star of the 24-hour a day fighting channel.
Yeah. When I first saw that device, I thought it was like, oh, are they doing like a Stargate thing?
And Sabu is a little perverted, so I didn't know if they were gonna make that into an S&M kind of thing.
Yeah. There was a lot of questionable things in here.
They hinted, but then it wasn't.
Yeah, there's a lot of questionable things that Sabu is saying, because he also tells our main character, Iki, he's like, for you to become the dance ninja, you have to know the touch of a woman.
Yes.
And so it's like pulling in a lot of directions, because there's a lot of anime that do that, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of those tropes where they when they grow up a girl, they become more powerful. It activates their power or whatever. So there's a lot of themes in here, and they're not really sticking to
right. And I felt like that was a theme that they could have played well, and then they really kind of fumbled it. They had it in there, but they were like, let's not really push that, because we're 2010 and it's really a little too sexist. Where like I said, if this was like a early 90s movie, I feel like there would have been a whole lot more grab ass.
Oh yeah, someone was gonna be naked in that movie.
Right. Even if not naked, kind of almost like you said, like the anime thing where, I'm gonna trip and I'm gonna like accidentally motorboat you, kind of.
Yeah, which they were about to show, and then they cut away.
Yes.
They sort of just implied that he had motorboated that girl, which allowed him to defeat a whole bunch of other street thugs.
Yes.
Who then went into a boy band-esque type of dance number.
Right, because it turns out like once he beat them up, he was like, they were kind of more like, well, we want to know your moves, and he's like, my fighting moves, and they're like, no, your dance moves.
And then we get this. It was just so out of place for. And so at this point, as I was watching it, I was like, man, this movie must be halfway done, right? This movie's only like an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And man, I don't want to shit on the movie. There's a lot of people that tried on it, but I was just mad. They're asking a lot of me.
Right. Yeah. You got to go into this expecting this to be silly.
Yeah. Wow, Drew Scott was in here? He's one of the brother versus brother.
Oh, yes.
Man.
He was one of the people at the poker table, wasn't he?
Oh, he was the guy who pulled Iki off of Elise Estrada, the Canadian Filipino singer.
Yes.
Wow. He still had the 90s side part. And so so David Hasselhoff ends up killing Sabu, which sends Iki to America to try to get revenge. But while that's happening, Kimi, who is played by Judy Kang, goes into the Enlightenment world,
right?
Where Sabu is having, pretty much he has like a harem. He has like 3 Asian girls in a bathtub, and he's like, "You have to look over him like your brother." Yeah. And so in secret, she goes to shadow him, just very much like how Robin Show shadowed Chris Farley in Beverly Hills Ninja.
Right. It almost like, I don't know what the timeline is between these two movies. It's almost like he wrote this movie. No, Beverly Hills Ninja had to come out.
That came out like
way before this.
96.
But yeah, it was almost like they wrote this movie and then they like made it as their college movie, and then they were like, you know what? Let's fix these parts and then we'll shop it to Hollywood.
Yeah. Man, that's I don't know what to think. Maybe they just like, oh, let's make this the Beverly Hills Ninja of the 2010s.
Right.
It could be that, right?
Yeah, because this guy from High School Musical is going to be huge, and then they accidentally didn't get Zac Efron because I don't know anybody else, any of the other guys from that did anything.
Oh man, no, but this movie is and so Iki goes to America, which I presume is LA, to stop the Hasselhoff. And I really get muggy here because I think I kept drifting in and out of interest. But I just know in this part, what's it called? The Korean girl, no, Judy Kang, is still shadowing Iki. Iki dances with the Canadian Filipino actress, and then that's when he goes into this mode that he goes into.
Right, because he's feeling down and depressed, and he is feeling lost. And he doesn't know really what he's doing, and then he sees
he dreams in anime.
Yes, and then he sees this girl, and she is the girl who's the voice
of the
picture of the dance machine. So he's like, that's a sign. I got to go see her, and then she'll know how to get to the next level.
Is that what his thought process was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Man, yeah, but no, and then like Iki has like this little sleeping demon mode that Judy Kang has to stop him, and this is kind of where it starts to. I really forget how this movie goes. Do you remember?
So at that, so he goes and he does that, and then Okay, right. So then that's when there's the poker party, and he leaves because they chase him off, and he goes home and he has the dream, and it's a sexual dream, even though it's not really a sexual dream. It's, I don't know. But he wakes up in a trance, goes back to the poker room, beats up everybody there, because that's the inner dance ninja in him is powered by dirty thoughts.
Right. That's how you get your full power.
Yeah,
right?
even though he's not conscious of it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now I remember. For a while, Iki finds out who is hosting the Hasselhoff, and it's the president of the 24-hour fight channel.
Yes.
And so he goes to meet him, and he sees a family photo of him and his wife, and then he starts having flashbacks of being on the boat.
Right.
And realizing that that's his dad.
Yes.
And so now he has a daddy-san and a papa-san. I don't know. Like, I really don't know. Right? But when this happens...
Because, there's a lot of, borderline offensive Asian things.
Oh, there's a lot of offensive Asian things. There's, so much culture clashing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you see
there's the blatant ones that are the movie stereotropes that they throw in, but then there's a lot of things that I'm they probably shouldn't do that.
This is very reminiscent is when you see an Asian person, like an Asian tourist with a t-shirt that has English on it, and it'll say a whole bunch of Google English words.
Yes.
This is what this entire movie feels like. A Google Translate.
Somebody created an AI bot, and then they put in ninja movies, and then they put in comedy movies, and they were like,
write a movie.
Google Translate into movie script.
Yeah. This is exactly what this movie is. And so Hasselhoff goes to kidnap the president of the 24-hour fight channel. And so Iki and Kimi have to go rescue him. They get caught, and then they get thrown in the back of a truck. And this is where Iki is he eventually kisses Judy Kang, right?
Yes.
And then he activates full dancing. He activates the full dancing ninja mode.
Yes.
Which I don't know if they have sex. It almost presumably have sex.
I think he just gets an erection. And that gives him the Sabu hip power, because Sabu could do an Elvis hip thrust and make things move.
Oh man, yeah. It's almost like the hip force.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we get to the end of this movie. Iki has now become full dance ninja. One of the funny things during this scene is with Bree Turner and David Hasselhoff. Hasselhoff again says, "The dance ninja grows stronger," and Bree Turner's like, "Dude, you've been saying that a lot. Could you stop?" It's almost every hour, and then we get a montage of him every hour leading up to that point in the movie. He's on the toilet. He's getting a massage. He's on the jacuzzi.
Right. Yep.
Which is another funny note. This movie has parts of comedy where it's that works.
Yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
But no, they have this final battle. It's a dancing battle. And, eventually Iki beats out the Hasselhoff. And they kiss.
Yep.
That's the best way I could explain this movie to you. So, one of the new things I wanted to try out today is reading reviews on this movie. So I'm going to pick one 5-star review and one 1-star review.
Perfect.
All right. So we have one from this is on Google by Brendan Johnson. 5 stars. This movie is amazing. I would personally recommend and encourage everyone to watch this entire movie. It makes me cry every time, and it is truly emotional roller coaster. One of the best movies I've ever seen. 10 out of 10. There is never a boring scene, and you are on your toes the entire time. Not everything is explained, but if it did make sense, then it would take away from the authenticity of the movie. If feel like you want to laugh so hard you cry. this movie is for you. It's funny, scary at times, action-packed, slightly romantic, and an overall fantastic combination of genre. Dancing Ninja is perfect. I read that word for word, so don't come at me. Kobe, did you want to read our 1-star rating?
This is from Angry Noodle 25. Probably one of the stupidest and also surprisingly most sexist movies ever made. It is also not racist per se, but definitely disrespectful to Asiatic cultures, as it does not seem to care if any of it's depicted even remotely, or if any of it is depicted even remotely correctly. But the real issue with this movie resolves on how it treats women. The main character gets his ninja powers from either sleep fighting or ... staring at the bodies of random women who were not soliciting that type of attention from him. So that is weird already. And when the entire movie resolves around not finding a person whom you love and you want to spend the rest of your life with, but simply getting into bed with a woman. I mean, that would all be funny if you if it were a joke about about how perverted people can be, but no, it's supposed to be taken totally seriously. Like, that is actually how the creators think about women in a movie that is made in 2010. It's interesting because both of those reviews, like, we touched on different things from both of those reviews. But without pre-reading them, because you obviously could tell that I had not read that review and I was stumbling and bumbling through.
Yeah, if we're gonna continue this sort of small segment, man, I really hope these people that do these reviews write in a more legible manner and a grammatically correct manner. You know, because the first one I almost had a stroke. No, yeah, this movie definitely, it has the moments where it could be great.
Yes.
It could be a totally funny, Kung Pao-esque type of movie. You have a good amount of ingredients with the Hasselhoff. I think Eric Sang, who didn't get enough screen time, thankfully, but he is really good at, like, slapstick comedy as well.
Yes.
Yeah, because you remember him.
Yeah.
He's like one of those faces, like, oh, like me and Kobe, I've watched a lot of kung fu movies growing up and all this stuff, and he's in a good amount of them. And he's always like the un-kung fu master version of Sammo Hung.
But yeah, definitely. Yes, and when you pulled up, like, his credit list of movies he was in, it's like James Hong worthy.
Yeah. Oh man, James Hong, the OG, one of the OG Asian American actors.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that guy's so good. But yeah, this man. And I like a good amount of the people in here. I like Judy Kang. I watched a couple of her dramas when she was acting in Korea. It's hard not to like Hasselhoff.
Right.
The more that he goofs on himself.
Yeah, and he did some of the music in here. He sang a couple songs, including, like, the closing, like, theme song, which is like this almost weird monologue about how sexy the girls are in this movie and like all the different actors. Like, it's worth sitting through the credits to listen to that song.
Oh, and one of the reasons why I do know this is in Korea is because the opening, you know, where they show, like, who produced it or whatever?
Right.
CJ Entertainment is a Korean company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like, that's why I was like, at first, when I first started this movie, I got confused. I was like, am I watching the right movie? Because, because it's one of those Korean movies, like the opening of every Korean movie. I was like, okay.
And we joke about somewhere in Asia, but that's actually where they say, they're like, where are you from? Somewhere in Asia. Like, they never get more specific than that in this movie.
Yeah. Oh man, you know who did this white savior thing a little bit more acceptable to me was Forbidden Kingdom. I think that's what it's called. With Jet Li and Jackie Chan.
Okay.
Is that it? Yeah, where the little white kid goes into like old China, and this is where one of the best lines I've ever heard from Jackie Chan is like, two tigers can't stay on one mountain. It's also like one of the only movies Jackie Chan and Jet Li ever appear in together.
Right. With them both being in so many movies, you'd think there'd be a little bit more crossover.
Yeah, but I think it's sort of like like the 90s, you never saw Stallone and Arnold in a movie until like their Twilight year.
Right. Yeah. Until like Expendables kind of.
The Expendables,
Yeah.
And even in Expendables, I'm surprised I never got to see Jackie Chan there, but I was like, Jet Li's like, I'm already filling the Asian quota, dude.
Right.
Sorry.
Yep.
But it's like I think that was like one of Jet Li's like really last movies until he stopped because of his health.
Right. Yeah.
Which really I'm surprised. I really thought Jackie Chan would have stopped a long time ago because of his health. He's like, man, whenever I watch that guy interviews, like, dude, there's not a bone I haven't broken.
I was actually just watching something where like they were showing him in the filming of a movie now, like,
oh my God.
and they're still doing like he's still doing his own stunts. I'm sure not anywhere to the extent, but like there's like this part where they show like 4 or 5 takes where they're like slamming his face into like a table and then like
he's like again.
Right.
And it's him.
Yeah.
It's not like anybody else. He's always the one. It's like, again, we got to do that again. It doesn't look good enough. Yeah, I think one of the reasons why he really stopped doing Hollywood movies is because they wouldn't let him act the way he wanted to act.
I had a friend who wanted to be a movie star, but he was actually a blackjack dealer, and then he got it was Rush Hour 2.
Yeah, where they go to Vegas.
Yeah. And so he was one of the the dealers in the background. He didn't have like a speaking role or anything, but he was like came into the store and he'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm in the Jackie Chan movie." But he said that he was like Jackie Chan would get really angry because there would be like they'd get to that part and then they'd just be like, "Cut, stunt double," and Jackie's like, "I could do this," and they're like, "No, you're an American commodity now. We can't let you get injured."
He's like, no, this is what I'm known for.
Right. Yeah.
Because who's gonna look? Listen, I respect all stuntmen, but are you gonna do it better than Jackie Chan?
Right. Yes. Exactly.
Oh man, yeah. So coming back to this movie, yeah. I think if we took out all the perverted parts and made it more into like a PG movie where you had Hasselhoff as this evil, washed up has-been action star who's trying to create his McDojos.
Yes.
That'll be that'll be the main theme of the movie. We have Sabo, who's he's a little perverted, but not to that point where like, you must know the touch of a woman. Perverted. He's just like, maybe it's a little bit more PG version of that stuff. And then, because then the comedy notes that they do hit, it fits perfectly for kids movies.
Right. Yes. And like you said, like that perverted part is, it rides a line where it makes it awkward. They either have to amp it up and make it like a funny part of the movie, or they need to, like you said, either almost completely eliminate it.
Yeah. Because
it's just, it's in there and it's not in there enough to make it funny. It just makes it this like the review said, like this weird, awkward, sexist movie.
Yeah. Like you either have to go full raunchy.
Yes.
Where it's like, when you watch it and you see the trailer, you're like, oh, this is going to be a very Van Wilder, American Pie-ish sex comedy action movie.
Yes.
Or you make it to where it's like PG, like he gets a kiss on the cheek and he's like, oh, he gets all powered up, you know?
Right.
So, like, you gotta pick a lane. You can't go halfway.
Yeah.
You either, Iki either full frontal face plants on that girl's chest, or you don't do it at all. Because I was like, man, this movie, I was like, this movie has to go either there or not.
Right. Yes. And I mean, like, they throw in, like, little quirky, funny things that are subtle, that work. Like, they were like, hey, when you go to America, go to this hotel because I know the owner, and if he doesn't...
Oh, there's trouble.
Yeah, if there's trouble and he doesn't let you have a place to stay, here's a present for him. And then, like, he goes there and, like, the daughter's there. Like, the daughter of the owner is at the front desk.
Yeah, we get this real class A gay joke.
So he's like, yeah, you know, my papa says he knows. Papa San knows the owner, and he said they could get me a room, and then she's like, no, we don't do that. And he's like, well, he said if he didn't remember, here's this present. They open it up, and it's like one of the wife's like sex tapes, and
yeah, but it's like a dude though. It's like
is.
It's like it was just so out of nowhere. I was like, oh, we're just gonna throw in a gay joke in here, huh?
Yes, and see, and then. Again, at that point, I thought that they were gonna then amp it up, and then they
didn't,
and then they didn't.
That's it,
right?
You know, Supernatural has like this running theme of one of its main characters, Dean, played by Jensen Ackles, who is just really in love with busty Asian girls, right? Because every time he rents a DVD, it's Busty Asian Girls Volume 5. Or when someone goes on his computer, it automatically pulls up the Busty Asian Girls website. And see, that's fine, you know, like, listen, everyone has their types.
Right.
And that's okay. So but you know, and I was like, this gay joke is really out of place.
Right. Again, yeah, it was like either they have to ramp that up a little bit, or they have to like way.
It could have been a Busty Asian Girls DVD.
Right.
Oh man. Yeah, I really wished we had more of Hasselhoff in here. Bree Turner as his right hand girl, Crystal. I think she worked perfectly fine. She played off a Hasselhoff enough where like it was like one of those 2-man comedy duos where Hasselhoff was the crazy one and she was the straight shooter.
Yes.
So they really worked well together.
But then she was also like she was the straight shooter, but also like his tough bodyguard.
Oh yeah.
In like leopard pants, you know, like
very sexy.
Right.
Yeah, I had a huge crush on her on Grimm. Because I think she was like the apothecary girl, or I guess like alchemist, or she made the potions. I was like, oh, she's hot.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I also think one of this movie's downfalls was the main character. Like you said, if it was played by a Wayne's brother, where he really would have hammed it up.
Yeah, because like this guy, unfortunately, when he tried to ham it up, he got.
Even more awkwardly goofy.
Right.
Like, not to a point where it's like, oh, that's adorable. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, man. This might have to be one of our shortest episodes because I don't really know what else to say about this movie. So, you know, we might throw in another little 20-minute video for you guys. Maybe Colby will finish one of his essays. But if this is the first time you guys are joining us, thank you guys for joining us. We do our reviews in 4 different levels. We have Stream It, DVD It, Blu-ray It, and Ultimate Box Collection. Colby, where are you at with this one?
Unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to go with Stream It.
Oh,
that's a rarity for me. I usually
well at least get the DVD.
And you know, God, I'm like because I'm torn because I'm like. I really, actually, really enjoyed the David Hasselhoff parts of this movie.
Oh, he's like the same race.
I didn't hate the Sabo parts. I thought he was pretty funny, especially that like he the dancing ninja like became a ninja master.
Yeah.
But every time like he was in the dojo, Sabu was like, you're not a member of this dojo. Why are you here? Like, and somehow
I'm not your Sabo.
Yeah.
Yes, not my student.
And yet somehow he still became a ninja master.
Yeah.
This movie had so much potential, I feel, and then it just kind of rocky road floundered through some of the spots. Maybe I'd go DVD.
No. See, you're being nice. You know it's a stream it.
Maybe
it's a stream it.
But I feel like I would get enjoyment making other people watch this. And if I had a DVD, I could be like, you should borrow this and watch this, or come on over and we could watch it, and like I wouldn't have to like search for it.
They might never want to watch a movie with you ever again. Because this movie made 1 hour and 30 minutes feel almost like a really good Zack Snyder movie.
I feel like if like you did like a little MST3K group of people, everybody have a few drinks and just kind of like rag on the movie while it's on. I feel like that could be a whole lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Well, whenever you do anything MSTK like, with alcohol, it'll be enjoyable. Yeah. You know? Maybe we'll stream it on Facebook Live, and then just block it out enough. Right. That's how you're supposed to do it, right? So we don't get demonetized or something. Yeah, definitely me. It's gonna be a stream it. I don't even want to put people through this. Because I feel like a lot of people, you could learn like a skill or like a really cool trick in 1.5 hours.
It's true. You could learn what cryptocurrency is, right, and then decide if you want to trade it.
Exactly. Get that Shiba Inu coin. Who knows? Get it while right now. I mean, you never know, man. If it goes up to a cent, you're set for a good 2-3 years.
It's true.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I know we ragged on this movie, which we never really do. But we've ragged on a couple movies, right? Yeah.
Often we have like if there's a bad part in a movie or a bad person in a movie, we kind of like hack on them a little bit. But generally, it's pretty positive on all the movies. This may be the worst review we've given.
Yeah.
But we still try to point out the positive things in this movie.
Yeah, like if you're a big fan of Hasselhoff, you got to check it out.
Right.
But yeah, down below in our show notes is our affiliate links for Amazon. You guys are going to be shopping on there anyway, so if you guys want to help out, go ahead and click those links. You don't have to buy the product there. Just, you're going to buy something anyway, whether it be protein shakes or stationery. Anything helps.
Stationery.
Yeah, like a whiteboard or something, Does that count as stationery?
It probably, yes. Yeah, school. Hey, it's school. School supplies. Stationery.
There you go.
Right. Yeah, and definitely like us and share us and leave us some comments. Jump on our Facebook and let us know what movies, what reviews we've done that you like and which ones we've hated. And if you agree or disagree, or give us some suggestions.
Yeah.
Like we had some. I had done something about Belko experiment, and somebody popped on it when they were like, "Hey, if you like that movie, you'd really like the movie Mayhem." Wow,
with Steve Yuen.
Yes, yeah, and I did, and I was like, "Whoa, that was a great suggestion." So I thought that was a really cool.
And I guess we're gonna have to throw that in a month somewhere so we can give that person a shout out.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check out who does our theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage, and it's on her Music for Podcast 3 album, and her Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.